Whoa, whoa, whoa. How much money do you make as a juggler? I'm Jester Jim, a juggler beatboxer who's about to entertain thousands of people this summer. I have 200 shows in just 90 days. Things are going to be hectic being on the road as a one-man operation and doing everything for the tour. So I'm packing up my cameras and bringing you along for the ride. Welcome to the Tour Vlog. This is definitely a question I get asked a lot, and definitely an awkward question to answer. To be honest, usually when people are asking this question, it's usually like, is this all you do for a living? You can make a living doing this? And yes, you can make a living, and a pretty good one.
Bye, Nola. I'm off to work. Bye.
Here's why it's a difficult question. Because if you want to know what I get paid per performance, it's always different. So I think the best way to do this is to break this into 3 categories. It'd be like schools and camps, libraries, and resorts. Also, side note, if you have a school that has bleachers, this is the best possible way to do my show. Have me down there and the kids in the bleachers. It's just, makes for an awesome show.
Follow me. Say hey! Hey! Whoa! Mr. Smith, they don't know 95. Actually, I don't want to look at you when I ask this question. But do you know 95? No, what year were you born? And you teach? Is that possible? We're about to find out. Are you very fantastic? 1, 2, 3, catch! 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 Catch!
So usually schools like this one plus camps have a very similar budget, which is about $1,500 per show. So doing 2 shows back to back like I'm doing at the school, the check that I'll be getting is for $3,000. Actually, see, no, that's wrong. This school actually asked for a little bit of a discount because they were doing 2 shows. So we're doing each show for $1,350. So the check will be $2,700.
I know I told you that I wasn't going to spin it and break it like I did mine, but the audience in front of me right now, they wanted the best possible show. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 1 finger. And then last but not least, let's spin faster. And then let's throw it and try to catch it. Don't worry, it's not mine.
Eyes on me, they're not fake. And watch the kick, don't step on my shoes. I can take for every move, don't hate. I'll bring it to the game. So sad, you will never drive my name. And then let's be the fire.
I was supposed to be the cameraman.
I was the one who took the video. Yeah.
I was supposed to be the cameraman.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Gotta hit my elbow. There we go. Now, libraries in general are smaller audiences, smaller in size, and definitely have a smaller budget. A library event like this one could be anywhere between like $500 and $900 is what they have to spend. But when I was first starting out as a juggler, this was like my bread and butter. I was doing over 100 libraries a year. Now in the summers, I try to book the schools, then the camps, and then kind of place in the libraries when I know I'm going to be in their area and just come in for their budget because they've been so good to me in the past. I'll always come in for whatever their budget is when I'm in the area. And lastly are the resorts I perform at, and they pay me about $900 a night. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 shows that evening, whatever it is, I'm just still gonna get paid the same amount of money. But I don't mind coming to them for a little bit of a discount because they have me about 20 to 40 times a year. So if you're still here watching this video, you want me to tell you the number. And again, like I said, because every show is different, it's hard to actually gauge, but I'm doing 200 shows this summer, and if you take the average of all the shows, it's about $1,000 a show. 3 months that I'll be performing while I'm on the road here, it'll be about Yeah, not bad for a guy who plays with his balls for a living. Oh, and if you're wondering the one show that I've gotten paid the most amount of money for, there was this one event on Staten Island that offered me $3,000 for a 30-minute show. But when I got there, their event was running really late and they were like, hey, can you just do like a 15-minute version of your show? And even the 15-minute version got condensed to about 12 minutes. Leaving there, Christine and I were doing the math and they paid me $250 per minute I was on stage. I wish I could make that my going rate for every show, $250 a minute.
Checkmate, why you acting so silent? When it come drip, stop hiding.
I kind of feel like I'm at a Coldplay concert.